Hey there everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to wrap up the hunters by looking at the survival hunter. Now in my previous video I said that the marksman hunter was a very fun spec to play, and I didn't lie, it was a very good fun spec to play. Until I played the survival hunter, and I have had nothing but fun playing this, and I will talk a little bit more about this at the end of this video because there is a lot to get through. So has the survival hunter gone through its teething stage in Legion, and has it made its transition to a melee class or semi-melee class in BFA? Well, let's jump across now, shall we, and see the core changes to the spec as well as the talents that have been lost and gained in Battle for Azeroth. So let's jump across, shall we? Alright guys, let's have a look at the Survival Hunter. Now up on screen right now, as always, is your GCD and Legendary changes, and this is what's going to get taken from Legion into BFA, sorry. So now let's go straight into the core changes, and there's so much to talk about. Let's just talk about the added and removed core abilities and the added and removed talents that you're going to get within the spec. So let's start off, shall we? So from the core spec itself, Explosive Trap is getting removed. Flanking Strike is going to a talent. You are getting rid of your old mastery, your hunting companion, and you're getting it replaced with a new one. Mongoose Bite is going to a talent now, and both Lacerate and Waylay are getting removed from the base spec. So with all that pruned out of the base spec, what is getting added to the spec itself? Well, let's have a look at that, shall we? So you're getting a new ability called Coordinated Assault, and it works very much the same as the old Flanking Strike, where you and your pet attack as one, increasing the damage you both deal for 20% for 20 seconds. While Coordinated Assault is active, Kill Command's chance to reset is increased by 25%. So pretty cool talent there, guys. So Disengage is coming back to the Survival Hunter, and now all three specs have Disengage as a base ability, which is extremely exciting. Kill Command is also coming back to the Survival Hunter. It's not only a Beastmaster only talent now, and it's very fitting for the spec, especially when you play this and you see how much you and your pet rely on each other as a Survival Hunter. Kill Command is a very fitting ability. So as we move through, you have a new mastery, and the new mastery is Spirit Bond, and basically you and your pet's focus spending abilities deal 8% increased damage, and while your pet is active, both you and your pet generate 1% of your maximum health every 5 seconds. Very, very, very cool. Now Serpent Sting, yes, it is getting a slight redesign, and here it is, guys. I'm very excited for this because it has a really cool animation and it works really well into the spec. You fire a poison tip arrow at the enemy, and you deal nature damage instantly and a certain amount of damage over time for 12 seconds. Like, guys, it works really well in game, and it has a really cool animation. So one of the last abilities here, guys, getting added to the spec is Wildfire Bomb. Now Wildfire Bomb, in a nutshell, is to replace Explosive Trap, and now you just hurl a bomb at your target, exploding for a certain amount of fire damage in a cone and coating all enemies in wildfire, scorching them for a certain more fire damage over 6 seconds. So basically, guys, now you can use it on a targeted enemy. You don't have to click and drop the trap in front of the enemy. You don't have to use macros. It works really well now. So guys, there's a couple more changes coming to abilities like Carve, Harpoon, Hatchet Toss, Raptor Strike, Tar Trap, and Wing Clip. But guys, we're not going to go into that because there is so much to talk about. Let's scroll down and have a look at the talents. Now, I'm going to run through the removed talents here, guys, and there is a couple here, so bear with me. I'm going to run through this quite quickly, but I'm not going to explain the removed talents. Alright, let's go. So, Animal Instincts is getting removed. Aspect of the Beast, Caltrops. Disengage is going to your baseline spec. Dragon's Fire Grenade is getting removed from the spec as well. Expert Trapper, Guerrilla Tactics are getting removed. Intimidation is now baseline ability. Mortal Wounds, Ranger's Net, Serpent Sting, Snake Hunter, Sticky Bomb, Throw Axe, and Way of the Mock Nathal. So guys, a lot is getting taken straight out of our talent tree. And you might be thinking, well, with all that taken out, what is getting put in its place? Well, let's run through this. And now this is going to take some time, guys, because there is quite a lot getting added back to the spec. So with that said, let's have a look. So Alpha Predator. Kill Command now has 2 charges and deals 30% increased damage. That is pretty cool. Birds of Prey. Attacking your pet's target with Mongoose Bite or Raptor Strike or Butchery or Carve extends the duration of Coordinated Assault by 2 seconds. Awesome talent there, guys. Binding Shot. Breaking the tether of Binding Shot will root the target in place for 5 seconds. You've also got this new one here, guys, called Bloodseeker, where Kill Command causes the target to bleed for a certain amount of attack power over 8 seconds. You and your pet gain 10% increased attack speed for every bleeding enemy within 12 yards. So you can see here, guys, that Kill Command is going to proc quite quickly in this spec now, and if you put Kill Command onto several targets, you're going to get a lot of attack speed for every target that is bleeding. Very, very cool talent. So let's continue on, and we'll have Born to be Wild. It reduces the cooldowns of all your aspects by 20%. You get this ability called Chakrams, guys, and it's coming back to the spec, and it is very simple. You throw a pair of Chakrams at your target, slicing all enemies in the road of those Chakrams' path, and it will return to you dealing damage again. It is pretty cool, and your primary target that you have targeted will take 100% increased damage. Alright guys, moving on, we have Flanking Strike, and yes, it is pretty much the same as the Flanking Strike from Legion moving across, and it is basically you and your pet leap to the target now, you strike as one, dealing a certain amount of attack power, and you generate 30 focus for you and your pet. Okay guys, now we have Guerrilla Tactics is getting added to the spec, and Wildfire Bomb has 2 charges now, and the initial explosions deal 100% increased damage. I played around with this, guys, and it works really well. Hydra's Bite is a new ability, and Serpent Sting fires an arrow at 2 additional nearby enemies to your target, and its damage over time is increased by 10%. Love this talent, guys, it works really well. Here's Mongoose Bite, guys, and Mongoose Bite generally works the same, where a brutal attack deals a certain amount of attack power as physical damage, grants you Mongoose Fury, and increases the duration, the damage of Mongoose Bite by 15% for 14 seconds. Guys, it stacks up to 5 times. It works the same as Mongoose Bite from Legion. Now, Natural Mending is Natural Mending. Every 30 focus you spend reduces the cooldown of Exhilaration by 1 second. Terms of Engagement, Harpoon deals extra physical damage and generates 30 focus over 10 seconds. Killing an enemy resets the cooldown of Harpoon. I see this being used a lot in leveling, guys, a lot in leveling, as well as PvP. It works really well when you're doing questing. Another talent here, guys, is Tip of the Spear. Kill Command increases the damage of your next Raptor Strike by 20%, stacking up to 3 times. Viper's Venom. Mongoose Bite Raptor Strike has a chance to make your next Serpent Sting cost no focus and deal an additional 250 initial damage. Really cool there, guys. And the last talent to be added to the spec, guys, is Wildfire Infusion. Lace your Wildfire Bomb with extra reagents, randomly giving it one of the following enhancements. Now, I'm not going to read through the enhancements because there's a lot to read through there, guys, but all you need to know is that it gives you a buff to your Wildfire Bomb, and I've played around with this, and it works really well. It's like a mini Roll the Bones for a hunter, basically. So guys, that is a lot of information, and I do apologize for running through that real quick. There is so much even more information I can give you, but they are the changes to the core spec as well as your talents. Well, there you go, guys. A lot of information and a lot of new talents, new core specs coming to the Survival Hunter. Now, let's say, am I very excited? Yes. Have I played this for a little bit of time, and do I like the spec as it plays? Absolutely. Guys, I've had nothing but fun playing the spec, and there's only a few classes and specs that have really matched the fun level that Survival Hunter has really brought to the game. Guys, there is a lot to learn, and there's still a lot to play through with this Survival Hunter, and I'm really excited to learn all of that. Guys, leave a comment down in the comment section below if you feel like you're impressed with the Survival Hunter, or if you feel like you're never going to play it again. So let me know in those comments section down below. Also, guys, I'd like to remind you that I have a Discord, a Twitch, and this YouTube channel, and I would advise you guys to join any one of those platforms if you want to keep up to date with what I'm doing. And there's so much more videos I can make, guys, and there's so much more coming as Battle for Azeroth launches. Guys, we're only a couple of days out. That's it. A couple of days, and then we're straight into Battle for Azeroth. Once again, guys, I'd like to thank everyone that has watched these videos, everyone that has commented, and everyone that has given me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I very much appreciate it. And until next time, guys, have a great day.